From powerful muscle cars to ones designed for pure speed and more, join me as I show you 8 of the fastest cars that exist in 2020. Number 8. Tesla Roadster. You might know about the Tesla line of cars because they're attached to eccentric billionaire Elon Musk. These cars aren't just meant to look cool, in which he totally succeeded, but they're meant to be the next generation of cars as a whole because they are ones that are going to be fully electric. And so you might think that something that is only electric and thus has a lower range than gas-powered cars would be rather slow. But you would be wrong. The Tesla Roadster is said to have a top speed of over 250 miles per hour, which makes it an incredibly fast vehicle. This is due in part to its very sleek design, which no doubt uses the utmost aerodynamics in order to make it fly. Speaking of that, this car can go 0 to 60 in under 2 seconds. The car is set to release this year and is said to be valued at $200,000. Number 7. Aston Martin Valkyrie. When it comes to Aston Martin, you no doubt associate them with the word luxury, as they have made some of the most beautiful cars ever, including a large range of cars for the one and only James Bond. So you might be slightly surprised that they have a car on this list that is known for its speed. There's a good reason for this. The Aston Martin Valkyrie, as it is known, isn't just an Aston Martin car. Rather, it's a collaboration between Aston Martin and Red Bull Racing. Yeah, for real. Because of this, the car was designed not with luxury in mind, but rather with raw power and speed in mind. And one look at the car will prove that you can see the very aggressive stance and curves of the model. Not unlike the Tesla before it, the Aston Martin Valkyrie is said to reach speeds of over 250 miles per hour. And that's just the road version of the car. There's going to be a track version of the car called the AMR Pro, and it might be able to go even faster. Number 6. SSC Ultimate Aero XT. If you look at the realms of supercars, you'll note that usually it's Europe that goes out of their way to make them. But when the SSC Ultimate Aero came out, that wasn't the case, as it was an American company that made it, and they were aiming for one thing: to beat the land speed record. The incredibly streamlined car was able to get up to 256 miles per hour, which was quite a feat to both behold and to beat. And it took the previous record holder Bugatti 3 years to make a car that could beat this record. But true to American form, they keep boasting about the car, even saying that the 256 miles per hour, it could still go faster, because they say it can reach 270 miles per hour. Even with the record taken away from it, the SSC Ultimate Aero XT was still one of the fastest cars in the world when it came out in 2007. And it's still a dominant car today, which is why it's something you shouldn't ignore. Number 5. Rimac Concept 2. While not the easiest name to roll off the tongue, it goes without saying that the Rimac Concept 2 is one of the sleekest cars on this list. And just as important, it's one of the fastest in 2 metrics. First, it can go over 258 miles per hour, so it's fast on raw power alone. But also, it has an incredibly fast acceleration. It can go 0 to 60 in 1.85 seconds. That's blazing fast and perfect for speed demons. Just as cool though, the car is not only electric, but it's semi-autonomous, meaning that it can drive itself or even save itself as it detects various problems. This is just one of many cars who are aiming to have that feature. The only catch is that the car costs millions, but if you were to own one, you'd be able to flaunt it very easily. Number 4. Bugatti Chiron. When you look at the Bugatti Chiron, you can't help but think, man, that's a slick looking car. And you'd be absolutely right on that. The Chiron looks and feels like a car from the future, and not just because it can go 261 miles per hour, but also because it has a futuristic body style, especially around the doors. Plus, the whole car body is made of carbon fiber, which means it's light and strong and able to go incredibly fast, as we have noted. The only catch for this vehicle is that less than 500 were made, and they cost $3 million a pop. Number 3. Bugatti Veyron Supersport. Bugatti truly understands speed, and they love it with all that they have. They have held the land speed record multiple times, as this list proves, and they strive to keep it, or get it back should they lose it. The Bugatti Veyron Supersport is their crowning achievement in many ways, reaching a blistering 268 miles per hour on the road. And yes, taking the record once again with it. This car was built from the ground up to be the king of speed, and when an older version, see previous entry, just wasn't getting enough power, they reworked the entire engine to get it where they needed it to be in order to be faster and more dominant. Don't think it's just a speed demon though, it's made to be comfortable to anyone who drives in it. No matter whether you're breaking land speed records or driving it, Bugatti, they make cars you'll drive fast in and feel great sitting in. Number 2. Hennessy Venom GT. The Hennessy Venom GT did get the new land speed record when it drove 270 miles per hour, but there was controversy in that attempt. The car was handmade, so many argue that it's not a true production car. What's more, they technically only drove down one side of the track when doing the record, and it's supposed to drive down both to ensure it's not just using the wind or conditions to go faster. Yet it was given the record because it was deemed a true production supercar, and the actual video that showed beating the land speed record went viral around the world. But because of some technicalities, it wasn't accepted as the official record. Number 1. Hennessy Venom F5. From a car that was a bit controversial to one that definitely earned its speed rating, the Hennessy Venom F5 shattered many records when it was able to go an incredible 301 miles per hour. The car was named after the F5 Tornado, which is also capable of speeds of over 300 miles per hour. And with its incredibly smooth and curved body, you can bet you'll feel every mile per hour as you blaze down the road. So as long as you have $1.6 million to spare, that is. And there you have it, a list of some of the fastest cars available in 2020. Are you surprised by some of the cars on this list? Which ones do you think are the coolest of the bunch? Would you ever want to drive one of these speed demons? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the channel.